Then in the recording, it always takes an extra minute. You guys want to see who's with me? Ooh, we got Maggie right here. We got Mr. Stanley. Stanley, oh wait, is that Umpo? Umpo, what do you do? Oh, Maggie. All right, well, Maggie desperately wants to be a part of this. You want to hang out up here with me? You can hang out up here with me, but please don't lick me on my mouth. It's really gross. Oh, and there's Aspen. You got, oh my God, you just like slapped me in the face. You've already made me bleed once, babe. I know you need attention. I know you just don't want anyone else to have attention. It's all right. It's all right. On my Threads page, I don't have that many followers on Threads. I have, I think, just over 7,000 followers on Threads, which to some people is like, holy cats. I know I said cat. Holy dogs. 7,000 people following you on Threads. But in the grand scheme of the world, that's not that many people. And yet, I am grateful for every single one. But I have pinned on my Threads an introduction about me that says that I have on social media an audience reach of 3 million plus people per month. And it's actually more like 20 million now. More than 20 million people per month look at my stuff, the stuff that I put out into the world. So when you're thinking 20 million versus 7,000, all of a sudden the numbers get like, it's hard to rationalize 20 million people. I remember telling my stepsister-in-law, like, holy, like the first time I reached 20 million people, she was like, I can't even like put into like my brain like what that means. And I'll tell you what it means. It means that I get to run a business online when you reach that many people. But someone posted in response to that pinned post, which is pinned from a year ago, just a little bio about myself, that that seemed impossible. And she was like, I'm genuinely curious. I'm looking at all your social media stuff. How could you possibly have, like, as it says in the post, 3 million people per month? And I said, well, I didn't say I had 3 million followers. I said I had an audience of 3 million people. Now, you know, many more millions than that. So this is where this is what I wanted to talk about tonight, especially as somebody who works in marketing. I work as a marketing consultant and I work as a business coach, helping healers and helping people get very visible on the internet in order to put their healing work out into the world. Hello, sweet Aspen. You are so patient waiting for your pets. You're such a good boy. So first of all, I have been doing social media work. I have been on the internet since I was 12 years old. I'm 42. Okay, so like way before any of this stuff. I am pre-YouTube. All right. I was online in the Prodigy days. You guys don't even know what Prodigy is. This is like dial-up days. Okay, this is like pre-dial-up. I have been online for a very long time, and I now understand it is because I am autistic and I also grew up with a stutter. So it was difficult for me to communicate with people in the real world. And then I found this online community. My parents, much to their credit, always bought the latest technology. They are attorneys. They were attorneys. They're now retired. But they always bought the latest technology and made sure that my brother and I knew how to work it. I'm going to look at these comments in a second. I do have some thoughts, I think. There's a little emoji. You're going to have to be more clear. What do you mean by that emoji? What do you think about blank? Tell me what you mean by that emoji, and I will tell you what I think about it. So, circling back, I have been online for a very long time. I have learned how to cultivate an audience for a very, very long time, literally decades. I have learned how to interact with the world in this capacity and get a lot of attention. And I don't get attention for attention's sake, although I have daddy issues, so it would make sense that I would just be like, give me attention. I want it. No, I want your attention because I came to this world to teach you guys how to transmute suffering into joy. And this, I think, is going to relate to this first comment that I got here. I have a feeling. So we're going to circle back around to it once I've made my actual point. So I know how to go viral. I got my first stalker when I was 21. I had been writing on a blog back in the day. I had a blog on something called Diarylands. This was like in the live journal time, pre-Tumblr. And it got a little bit of attention and then a lot of attention. And then someone decided to stalk me and show up at my work. And he showed up every day for a week, because I only worked weekends at that point. And I was getting calls from people that were like, there's this guy here who's like says you have this online thing and he's like asking for you. And like, I think he's not going to hurt you, but like, you should be aware of this. And he was totally harmless. He just suffered from what a lot of people suffer from, which is they see someone online and they see people being very, very vulnerable online and they think this person is my friend. And the reality is I'm not your friend. I am a social media marketer who knows how to get attention online. And if you want to be my friend, you need to get in contact with me and I will probably not be your friend. I will probably let you hire me and then we can become friends. But I'm not here out of the goodness of my heart. I'm here because I have a job to do. As a spiritual warrior, I have a job to make sure you guys know you have a choice. You do not have to suffer. You can learn how to transmute suffering into joy. And I'm also here because I live in patriarchal capitalism and I like making money because I like affording to do whatever the fuck I want to do whenever the fuck I want to do it. That's what I teach my clients how to do. So I give you all of this background information in order to inform you. I know how to go viral online. I know how to get lots of attention online. And I'm going to give you a 3-step process for how you can do it if that's what you want. First step, be in alignment with your purpose. Why do you want the attention? How is it going to make the world a better place? All right? Step 2, be vulnerable. Speak from your heart. Bleed on the page. Whatever emotion is coming out of you, whatever story is coming out of you, whatever thoughts you cannot get out of your head, there is a reason for that. Learn how to share it in a way that resonates with your energy, back to alignment, right? In order to make it easy to keep doing it, because that's the 3rd step. You gotta keep doing it. You gotta be consistent. Annoying. Okay, are we back? Can you guys see me? Okay, so that goes back to being in alignment. And when I say alignment, people use this word a lot. I'm going to give you a very clear definition. To be in alignment means that your minds, okay, your ego, your body, and your spirit, they all agree that what you're doing is correct and what you're doing actually gives you more positive energy. And I don't mean positive like toxic positivity, like love and light and all the time. I mean positive energy like you want to do more of it. It doesn't drain you of energy. It gives you more energy. It encourages you to do it more. Okay, so you got to be consistent, which is why it is so important to pick the social media channel that resonates with you. And now I'm a social media marketer and I have been for a very long time. So I am on nearly all of the social media marketing sites. Okay, I have a TikTok account. It has never resonated with me. I'm only ever on there to research for my clients. And I actually am debating deleting my account because there's just like the energy there is not good for me. The most aligns social media that I found for myself is Insight Timer, which is how most of you find me on YouTube, is because of my post about how much money I make on Insight Timer. We're talking like thousands and tens and thousands of dollars. It's how much money I make because of my presence on Insight Timer. Hello, Stanley. Would you guys like to see Stanley? This is Stanley. Hello, big guy. So if you don't enjoy the process, if it is not in alignment for you, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Just because someone else is having success with it doesn't mean that you get to have success with it. But it is because I am a data nerd. I am autistic and I prefer interacting with people in this way. I do go out into the real world. I do know how to have actual human relationships. But I am across so many different niche social media channels. And this goes way beyond Instagram, way beyond Facebook, way beyond TikTok, way beyond Insight Timer. There are so many other social media channels. That is how I am able to reach tens of millions of people per month. And once again, the only reason that I put effort into this is because you guys are having a hard fucking time. And it can be easier. So if you look me up on Insight Timer, you're going to see all of my meditations, all of the things that I have studied for decades and decades: Buddhism, Taoism, yoga, Hinduism, all of the different tricks and strategies that I have studied over time in order to just make it through the day without wanting to unalive myself. Because man, it's a tough world that we're living in, and you deserve help to make it easier. And the elders, the ancients, they knew how to make it easier, and they taught us how to make it easier. It is in all the ancient text. It is never just one text that teaches us this thing. Okay, there is never just one path that's going to take you to your salvation, that's going to take you to enlightenment. And we talked about this earlier about what enlightenment is. Enlightenment is simply being grateful for the present moment without needing to change the past and without thinking about the future. That's all enlightenment is looking around and going, wow, I am grateful for here right now. And there are a lot of different strategies. Two of my favorites are from the Buddhist tradition: the metta meditation, the Tonglen, and the Tonglen meditation. So the metta meditation, loving kindness, that's wishing yourself, your loved ones, the neutral people in your life, and especially the people that you are fucking pissed off at right now. It's wishing them wellness, it's wishing them peace, and it's wishing them freedom from their suffering. And this is especially important for your enemies, because if they were free of suffering, you would be free of suffering. So it's the easiest way to open up your heart to compassion. And then the Tonglen meditation, that's a form of, people often say a lot of the time, we got to breathe in the good shit and breathe out the bad shit. And the Buddhists are like, actually, it's the opposite. In order to open your heart to compassion, you need to acknowledge that the bad shit and your judgment about what the bad shit is something that makes you human. And you are not here to only experience the good things in the world. In fact, you are here to experience the entire spectrum of human emotion in order to transmute it into joy. And joy is not an emotion. Joy is a state of being. Joy is not the same as happiness. Happiness is an emotion. Happiness releases chemicals in your brain. That's what emotions are. They're chemicals, they're hormones that happen in your brain. Joy is a state of being that allows you to move through this world grateful for everything that's happening, even the things that you're like, how could they possibly be doing this? How could anyone possibly be doing this? How could that asshole cut me off in traffic? How could ICE possibly think it's a good idea to kidnap and put people in concentration camps and murder people? How could they possibly think that, right? And I get to be human and have my own judgments about that. And I, as a spiritual warrior, get to learn how to take my own personal judgments about what other people are doing and what I think is wrong and illegal and should not be happening, and say, you know what? I wish those people freedom from their suffering. And I also wish for justice in this world. But so often we do not get justice. And I say this as the daughter of attorneys. The justice system is fucked. Okay, let me go back and look at these comments. Goinji never responded with what you meant by that emoji, so I'm not going to respond with my thoughts about whatever emoji that is. Okay, let's see. Someone's from India, someone's from South India. Hello, welcome from India. Thank you for being here. To TCP826, love you, Starseed. Starseed is a term that I do not resonate with, but I understand what you're saying. Yes, thank you for being here. Bless, but please slow down. No, I have ADHD. My brain moves quickly, and I only resonate with people whose brains also move quickly, especially here on my channel. You gotta put up with me as I am, especially when I'm coming here live. I do not ask for anything else than for you to let me be my fucking self, just as I am. And I'm going to let you be your fucking self, just as you are. And I'm going to wish you freedom from your suffering. And I'm going to go call my bestie back. And I'm going to have a great fucking night. And I hope you do too. Mwah.